What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Anyways. I'm Joan.
And I'm Reilly.
And you're listening to Anyways! So today we have a very special guest with us. Would you like to tell us your name and your major?
Hi, I'm Essence. I'm a junior and I am a theater acting directing major.
Hello, Essence.
Hi.
We're so happy to have you. So can you tell us a little bit about what is AOC?
Okay, so AOC means Artist of Color. And we actually started it with Aaron Brown, Bill, and Isaiah. And it's basically a club for artists of color, not just African Americans, but any artist of color, depending on what you identify as. And just basically like a safe space for us to go and kind of like talk and communicate our wants, our desires, our concerns. And also a space where we can actually like do different things, just like any other organization on campus. And just something for artists of color, because we really don't have a lot to do on campus. Like we have like different, like, you know, like, what's the word? Like African American groups on campus, but not like specifically artists of color.
Yeah.
Like, you know, not like theater majors, theater minors, none of that. So we wanted to create something just for us.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. So, from my understanding, you helped kind of start and write AOC's constitution and whatnot. So, why did you want to help start up the club?
I wanted to help start it up because, like I said before, like we really don't have anything for us. And one thing that I do know, because I did try to join, like, you know, other groups on campus that focused on, you know, people of color at Sam Houston. And I really didn't see a way I had fit in. Like, just because I'm African American doesn't mean I'm gonna fit in like with all these different groups just because we are the same color, you know, or something like that. And nothing against them or anything, but I felt like we did need something for us. Like theater majors, we used to go like through high school and stuff for a space for us. Like, and we would always be considered like, you know, like the weird kind of people, like, you know, kind of like over dramatic, exaggerating stuff. Like, yeah. So it was actually when Aaron like brought it up to us, it was something that kind of sparked an interest, because it was just like, yeah, like I really do want all the artists of color to come together. Like we can do certain things for us, like and it's just something that I felt was a need, was a must, especially since I'm about to be here my 4th year and we still haven't really done anything specifically for the artists of color. We might have a show every once in a while, but it's not really something like, oh, like, yes, we're doing this semester for people like me, you know? So
yeah, looking out. Okay, where we at?
What's your question?
Okay, so what is your favorite part about being in AOC?
Oh, and it's fun because we just started. So I would probably say my favorite part is the people. And I don't know if that makes sense, but no, like when we had like our kind of like official first meeting, everyone, we had about maybe like 6-7 people like sitting in there, and we were kind of just like, Joan was like, you know, like, oh, like, y'all know, y'all just sign in, this and that. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, like, you know, this is a couple of people, like, nice size start. And then literally 10 minutes later, after the meeting started, the door bust open and all the musical theater people walked in. They're like, oh my God, we're here.
Wow. Not the colored people time.
Yes. Oh yeah, they were on CP time. But they had a meeting before then, so we were kind of like meshed together.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But they were so excited. Like I saw like the gleam in their eyes, especially sadly a lot of the seniors that walked in. So it's kind of sad that we had this start when a lot of people are about to graduate.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, that's how it happens sometimes. So definitely the people is the most exciting thing about AOC, because they are the people that's going to make the organization.
Yeah. Love that. Wow.
What do you look forward to, like, in the future of AOC?
Different events, people getting to know our names, jackets. We want jackets.
I'll buy one.
That's such a sensitive subject right
On
now.
that list.
we want jackets so bad. But no, I think on a serious note, like definitely like the events, like we literally wrote down so many things that we could do for ourselves and that we can do like for Sam Houston with different events and stuff like that. So I'm very excited just to like get people to know our name. That's what I'm the most excited about. Let people know that, hey, like, we're not going away. This isn't something that's gonna, we're not a one-hit wonder, basically. Like, we're not just gonna do one thing and then double back and be like, oh, okay, we're gonna stay quiet for a while. Like, no, once we get started, there's no stopping us at all.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, through ALC, like, that you yourself have kind of, like, found, like, been able to make more friends or, like, build more of a deeper connection, like, with the people in the group?
Definitely. There's actually some people that I didn't know. Like, I think a couple of people came in, they were freshmen.
Okay.
And, I was like, oh, like, I've never seen you before. Or if I did see them, like, I really wouldn't say anything because either, like, they would walk by and be like, like, kind of be timid or anything. But definitely, like, now, just with that one meeting, everyone that I see around, they're just like, oh, hey, I'm like, hey, y'all, like, I can't wait to see y'all again, because we have, like, one meeting a month, unless, like, necessarily another meeting. But, as theater majors, we're busy. So it's kind of hard to get together, but we're going to find time to get together. So definitely, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Back to my little list. Would you ever consider becoming an officer for AOC?
Girl, you already know I was considered to become an officer.
He's already got it.
No, definitely. I do have a lot on my plate this semester, so I was actually taking that into consideration at first. I was just like, dang, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to seem unorganized. And I know, like, when you do become an officer, people look at you. Yeah, like, definitely, like, they're going to stare at you and be like, oh, okay, like, do I want to, especially when you leave, like, do I want to run it like she was running it or something like that? But yeah, I'm most wanting to be an officer. Not sure which one yet. Like, like, there's director of the board, student activities, fundraising advisor, like, all this different type of stuff, secretary and all that. Don't put me as secretary, though, because I'll be having trouble spelling. But definitely wanting to be an officer, because it'll be really, really fun just to oversee a lot of things,
Yeah, for sure.
Why do you think AOC is so important to have in the community of Sam?
I think it's in the name, like, artists of color. Like, you have NAACP, you have BSA, you have what's another one? Oh, ASA. So it's just like you have all these different ones, and like that's cool, that's fun, but you do not have one for artists of color. And when I say that, like, theater majors, we don't just act. We don't, and like theater majors, musical theater majors, whichever one you are, we don't just act, we don't just sing, we don't just dance. Like, some people, they paint, some people, they write. Like, they do so many things, and you don't discuss that in ASA. You don't discuss that in BSA. You don't discuss that in NAACP. So it's really cool to have this now on campus, because now that we have it, we can discuss that with our fellow peers and stuff like that, because this is what we do. And it's going to be something different for Sam Houston, because they're not used to that at all. They're used to, oh, we're going to have a movie night in the LSC. Okay, well, how about we have a show for artists of color, and you come see? How about we have a speakeasy, or something like that, just to do it. And I promise you, so many people of color will come and see it, because they're just like, oh wow, like, we never had this before, So definitely, because this is not a what's the word? This is not HBCU. This is a PWI. So we got
the facts have been spoken.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's inspiring. Like, for people, especially like you're saying earlier, like freshmen who might not know other artists of color in their department, and they like are struggling to kind of like find a place or like fit in, and then they can see all these other people, ask for advice, have them a kind of shoulder to lean on.
It's funny you said that, because me and my best friend were just talking the other day, and she was saying how, like, our freshman year, actually, when we got started, we were scared to, like, go to, like, all the upperclassmen, all these different people of color, and actually talk and do this, because sometimes it wasn't solidified that, oh, you can speak your mind, you can do this, you can do that. So we would just sit in the back and we would be quiet, like, we had nothing else to say or anything. We were scared that something was going to happen, or people were going to judge us for wanting to say something. But to find out, people were thinking just like us. And I was just like, I knew I wasn't the only one thinking like that.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely something that I'm so excited to be on campus now. Yes.
I feel like that kind of answered the next question, which is how can AOC help theater majors?
Oh yeah. Look, I'm sorry, y'all.
It's
We
covered.
talking.
We got it.
So what is your hope for AOC for this semester?
For this semester, I think since we are just starting, I think it is very important just to make a foundation, not necessarily be out and saying like, oh y'all, we have to have these events like going. Not yet, because we don't want to hit the ground running just yet. Because if we do that and we're not ready, then it might make us take a step back. Mm-hmm. And I know one thing, if I do know Aaron Brown, who's the advisor over, he's not going to just put anything together. Mm-hmm. He's not going to do that. And I know us, and we're not just going to want to show up to something and they be like, oh, this is what y'all came up with? Like, are you serious? You know? Like, when we put something together, it's going to be nice. It is going to be super nice. Like, I'm talking about, we're going to put our full effort into it. So this semester, definitely, we just said we wanted to probably have something just for us, just to get to know each other, have elections around April and stuff like that, and just get everything a foundation and solidified and just there. So when next semester comes, then we can, then we can hit the ground running and say, okay, now we have the money, we have the time, we have the effort, let's do this, mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Do you think that in the futures with, like, AOC, that it would, like, expand more so across, like, the whole fine arts college, like, between, like, all of the different fine arts majors in terms of, like, all of those different artists? Or is it more, like, or would you, like, different branches? Like, I don't know how you, like, see the future for it.
Are you saying, like, like, within our, like, organization of AOC, like, letting other artists in? Or
yeah.
Here's the thing.
The
Maybe.
way we did the Constitution is
mm-hmm.
that it is strictly for theater majors and minors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those people can be members of it. However, we want to be able to hopefully have events in the future where, like, dancers or musicians or voice majors can come in and perform with us.
Yeah.
But they just wouldn't be a technical member of the club. Because they deserve their own club. Yeah. Where they could talk about dance as an artist of color, or talk about vocals and band, whatever band kids do. Yeah, band kids do their own thing. But like orchestra, just so they have their own place, and then eventually we can all like come together and you be a part of our branches.
We can definitely like collaborate.
Yeah, we definitely want to collaborate.
Like with all the other fine arts things, I'm not going to say there isn't a divide sometimes, because there is. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like sometimes I feel like sometimes theater majors get overlooked sometimes, like within the PAC, and I kind of like get annoyed sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I can be honest, right? I can be okay.
It's going to
appreciate.
Okay, yeah.
Say what you want to say.
But yeah, like, I feel like sometimes we do get overlooked. I feel like some people are like, like, oh, like like the way the Performing Arts Center is set up is like upstairs is dance majors, downstairs is the music majors, and then like it's like the theater majors have this little bitty corner right there. And I'm just like, okay, like, bro. Okay. But, I mean, we do have the UTC, which is nice, but most of our areas to rehearse and stuff is in there, in the pack. So, but definitely, like, collaborating with different ones, but if they're going to do something with their club, they're going to have to find their own name, and they're going to have to they're going to have to find something else, because this one we definitely want it for theater majors and minor, but we do not mind collaborating at all. Like, that's definitely, we want to support every artist of color. Mm-hmm. This is just specifically our organization. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so then one of our last, like, serious questions is, what does AOC mean to you?
AOC is like a safe haven now. Normally, like when you would be back in high school, you would go to the theater room or something like that, and you'll be like, oh, like, I just feel safe in here. I feel like this is a safe space, an open space for me to just say what I feel and stuff like that. But definitely, I feel like AOC now is about to branch out. So it just means to me basically like, you know, all these different people that I'm about to connect with, all these different subjects that we're about to touch and stuff like that. I know that I'm going to be able to speak freely without being judged, and I'm not going to be the only person that thinks that.
Yeah.
Even if it's like the most, the thing that you just don't want to tell anyone you're thinking, you're probably not the only one thinking it, honestly. Because we're human. Like, sometimes I feel like some things aren't fair. Sometimes I feel like some people do things, and I'm like, that's not focusing on artists of color, you know? And we can't have everything at Sam Houston. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna make a word. We can't have everything at Sam Houston PWI'd. And I know we can't have everything at Sam Houston HBCU'd. ED. So, I mean, but I do know that I want it equal. Yeah. I do want it equal. And I feel like we're not there yet. And I want to get there. So that is what AOC is about to be, like, not just an organization, but a movement. We're about to make AOC a movement. And we are not going to be quiet. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Letting that legacy happen.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now on to our more fun, lighthearted questions.
Yay!
Exciting.
What do you prefer, cake or pie?
Ooh, can I choose both?
All right. Choose both? I like it. This is our first both, I think. I think it's the first one that says both.
Okay, well, okay. Here, I'll answer the question, because I feel like that's just me settling. I would probably say cake, because cake is going to be... what's my word? It's going to be moist. And they have so many different flavors of it. Sometimes pie, like, depends on what kind of pie, because I don't really care for apple pie. My favorite pie is probably like pumpkin pie, but you only see that around like Thanksgiving. And pies are kind of seasonal.
Yeah.
So, and cakes are like an everyday thing. Like, I can go and get a cake right now and be like, yes, vanilla or chocolate or strawberry, like, yes, you know. So, yeah.
I love that.
It's really interesting. It's fun. All right, next question. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
You got a favorite Marvel character?
I love Marvel. DC is like, okay, DC, that goes towards more darker, like you're hitting like Batman and Harley Quinn and all them, and they kind of scare me a little bit. And you're hitting, you're hitting your characters with DC that like, they follow their own rules, like Catwoman, they don't really know if they're a superhero or sometimes they have like that little villain side.
Yeah.
But Marvel, you have your superheroes and you have your villains. There's no mix. There's no in between.
And then there's Deadpool, who just kind of hangs out.
Yeah, like stuck in the middle. No, but definitely probably my favorite Marvel character is Black Panther. Of course. Like, yes.
It's like when our sweet mate was watching... What was it? Endgame?
Yes.
And like from our room, all we hear is like,
hey, Mom, babe!
Hey, Mom, babe! And I was like, she's watching Endgame! And I had to go over and see it. You had to do your chant with it.
That was good stuff. That was good stuff.
No, I was serious. We said that Black Panther, it better not be the only Marvel movie that only has one movie of them. Like, I'm ready for Black Panther 2 to come out. Because every other one has about 3 different movies to them. So, especially Spider-Man, he got like 8 movies.
They're not all the same Spider-Man, but he's
That's
got them.
true.
Alright, what's your favorite song?
Ooh.
Or even if you can't choose one, since it's February and Valentine's Day was...
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll be a week ago by the time this comes out.
Yeah, you're right.
But, whatever. Valentine's Day happened. What's your favorite, like, love song or, like, broken heart song?
Okay, I can actually tell you my favorite broken heart song, because it's really not a heartbreak song, but it's a heartbreak to me, because it reminds me of my ex. So, I don't know, do y'all listen to Queen Naja? Do y'all listen to her?
No.
She has a song called Butterflies, and it's like, it's a really good song. And I used to listen to it. Jasmine, my best friend, actually introduced it to me. She was like, oh my god, like, I love Queen Naja, da-da-da, this and that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And so then my ex introduced it to me. I was like, oh my god, like, this is my favorite song. Like, this is us. Like, this is us. And now every time I hear it, like, I turn it off in my car because I get ticked off. So I heard it on Valentine's Day, and Jazz was singing it in the car, and I, like, turned off my radio in the car, and I was like, we're just going to drive in silence for a minute.
Oh my god.
It, like, hit me for, like, 2
it's
seconds.
Like, you're in trouble now, so we got to drive quiet. Good job.
How dare you, first of all.
Yes.
That's funny.
Nice. You have a favorite heartbreak song before we get to cute love song?
Funny thing is, when I was little, I used to love, like, I still do. I love like emotional heartbreak songs.
Of course you do.
But hey, I think it's just because people just put their soul into it, and it's just
that's actually very true.
Yeah. But I love, top of my head, I'm thinking "Too Little, Too Late" by JoJo.
Oh, I never heard that one.
What other song? There's so many. We love Seven Things by Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah. There's also the song by Beyonce, "Broken Hearted Girl."
Yeah, you're right.
That one's a good one.
Gotta give Beyonce a shout out.
Yes,
love Beyonce.
Beehive.
Queen. What's it called? I think it's funny. My two favorite like love song and heartbroken song are both Queen songs. Because like Somebody to Love is like the saddest lonely person song. Like it hits my heart. And then what's it called? Love of My Life.
You're right.
It hits different.
Yeah. We love them.
This was a good time. What's your favorite not broken heart song?
A lot of my non-broken heart songs, surprisingly, not because I just like him, but because I find him very attractive, one, and they were actually my favorite couple until she got married and had kids, and I was like, dang, there's no way they're getting together now. But was Jason Derulo and Jordan Sparks with Married. Like, I was just like, dang. I was like, yes, will you marry me? Like, I will.
I love them together too.
Yes.
But it's okay.
You know,
she's doing better.
Michael Bublé, my man Michael. Have you heard "Save the Last Dance" for me?
No.
Oh, that sounds sad, but cute.
It's so cute. It's just because it's Michael Bublé and it's amazing. Oh, love that man.
That voice.
The best Christmas album. Like, Mariah Carey has nothing on Michael Bublé. I'm just saying. Controversy.
Ooh.
Okay, did you just pick out your favorite love song? Or are you just going to go back to your emo songs?
Do I have one? Oh, I like... There's this one... There's so many. We don't... No.
The question is Mariah Carey or Ariana Grande?
I think they're different.
Neither.
I
mean, I guess Mariah Carey, because I like All I Want for Christmas.
I like them both.
Can we like...
They're different spectrums.
I like Lizzo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can agree to that.
I just like Lizzo.
So then mine will be "Cause I Love You" isn't a happy love song either.
That's okay.
That's off her new album. We'll say "Truth Hurts" because it's like a love song to yourself.
It is. That's what I was about to say. Yes.
That's a great song. Anytime it plays in the gym, I have to have a solo moment.
That's like lifting weights type thing. Like, yes, I'm getting it because I love myself.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, what's your favorite movie?
Ooh, like, are we still on Valentine's Day or just like any movie?
Ooh, any movie? Okay. So say we could do rom-coms.
I don't even know that many rom-coms.
Alright, funny thing is we just went to go see The Photograph last night, and I'm not gonna ruin it for anyone or anything like that, but I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't. That's the thing. Like,
That's actually in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I love her. Like in Insecure, she was amazing. Like that's the thing. But in this movie, I don't know. It wasn't even the acting. Like they were good. They were good because you had the guy that played from Someone Great on Netflix. But the plot was amazing. That's the thing. Like the plot was so amazing. But I don't see how you can turn a plot into something so cliche. You know, like the movie was so cliche. I figured it out literally kind of before it started. And I was just like, I understand it's Valentine's Day, but like if you ever seen the movie Valentine's Day, that one was non-cliche. Like there was a lot of things that happened. Like I was just like, oh yes, like I love following the storyline. This one I caught literally towards the middle of it. And I was like, okay, I know it's going to happen. I'm just going to sip on my drink and just finish this movie. That was me.
Whoa.
But, yeah.
All right, then.
Dang.
But, no, favorite movie of all time is probably The Notebook.
Really? Wow.
I can literally sit there and, like, yes, I can literally sit there and watch The Notebook probably, like, not every day, but, like, every weekend. Really? I can probably sit there and watch it.
That's wild.
Man, that movie made me dehydrated. I just sat there.
That is
just had bottles of water lined up for Joan.
That's what
my
this
friend
episode
Anthony and I
called.
watched it together, and we just like tears just streaming. It's really good, and it's one of those movies where you're like, that probably would never happen. They probably would not die. I hope I'm not ruining this for anybody. It's been out for a while.
Yeah, I was like, I hope y'all seen The Notebook or at least heard of it, but. It's like you probably would not die with your partner at the same time. but it was sweet. And it was a great gesture.
Good gesture.
So sweet.
Wow.
No. What's your favorite rom-com?
I don't even, like, really watch rom-coms.
Oh, God.
And if I do, it's, like, with the gals. Like, last night we watched To All the Boys Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Is it good?
I thought it was cute. I mean, I think rom-coms are just cute. They don't go beyond that.
It's with the same characters, right?
Yeah. Plus Jordan Fisher.
Oh, he's in it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, it's the only reason why you watched it.
We love him. But yes, I thought it was really cute.
Oh my god.
I love it. The movie is very, like, aesthetically pleasing. Like, how it just looks and how it's directed and the colors. Like, this is nice to look at.
Can we just say, if you do not know Jordan Fisher, don't talk to me.
Do yourself.
It's pretty awesome. Low-key.
Dear Evan Hansen, like...
It's the only reason I watched it.
Wow.
So the only reason Rent Live was
watchable. He was in that.
Yeah. He was.
He was smart.
And he killed it. It
was
amazing.
What's her name in there? The one that played off of High School Musical.
Vanessa Hudgens?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I thought so. Yeah.
Well, moving on.
That's still a sore subject. I think that was a past episode where we talked about Rent Live, didn't we?
Ooh, yeah, I think so.
Because we just looked at the camera and was like...
Oh!
Do you have a favorite book?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on here.
Alright.
Okay. Next question.
Just know it was a very, very popular book. It was a trilogy, and I read all of them.
Okay. Oh, 50 Shades?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was a good read.
Something with like a what's it called, like a curse word in this because our sisters watch.
Oh no! But no, it was a very, 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 very good read. Like I literally read every single book, and I don't even like reading books that much, honestly. Mm-hmm. So, but it did keep my interest.
Are they thick books? Like, are they long?
They're really like they're very, very thick. Not like like Harry Potter thick,
okay,
or anything like that. But kind of like the Hunger Games thick.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
She said Harry Potter thick.
That's why I was wondering, like, where are we in terms of page size?
I would see my friends reading those, and I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm not reading that.
You said there's a movie. That's what my dad always said. Like, there's a movie. Right? What's your favorite childhood and or college memory?
Ooh.
I don't believe... I'm trying to think. Not really childhood. I probably would do a college memory. And I think it was... Okay, my first theater party. That was funny. It was funny.
Was it a cast party, like after a show party?
No, it was actually the black and white party. Which is something that we used to have. We don't really have it anymore, which is sad. I want to start having like our cast parties again and stuff. It's hard to find people like with houses to have parties. And then like, especially the cleanup afterwards and stuff. It's kind of hard. But first black and white party, which is basically like introducing all the upperclassmen to the freshmen coming in. And the upperclassmen were black. Yeah, and then like I think the freshmen were white, upperclassmen were black.
And transfers were gray.
Yes.
Oh, cute.
Like just neutral. Oh yeah. So at first I was like, they were talking about it to us, and I was like, they're like, yeah, dress up, blah blah blah, do this and that. I was like, oh my god, okay. Like as a freshman, I was like, I'm so excited. Yeah. I am so excited. And then I ended up not going.
Oh.
Which is the funny thing because I was just like, they were like, oh yeah, like people are going to be watching you just to fill you out and stuff. So I was like, this kind of sounds like a sorority and I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. So then Jasmine came up to me the next day and she was just like, oh my God. She said, girl, you should have went to the black and white party. Ooh. And I was like, wow. She said, girl, we were lit. And I was like, I said, wait, I thought like we were supposed to dress up business professional. She said, no, that is not what it is. And then I was like, so I guess I'm going to go next year. Mm-hmm. But no, it was super, super funny because, like, it was not what I expected. It was kind of like, because I was kind of scared because our cast parties in high school, going to college, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But no, pretty much the same.
It's just more people.
That's more correlated from high school to college. Parties stay the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, y'all. Don't be scared at all.
Well, no.
Just a little bit.
And I just like that you thought business casual.
I really did. I was like thinking like we're gonna meet professors, we're gonna shake their hand, and like be like, "Hi, I'm
at
Essence."
10 p.m.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my god, like, these theater professors are so cool. Like, they're gonna come with us at like 10, 11 p.m. We're gonna just be chilling. But no.
That's cute.
Not at all.
See, when I first got the invite, I thought, like, because it said, like, the halfway house, because the name they used to call the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my dad used to actually work at a halfway house. That's why it kind of threw me off. It was like...
But see, I thought it was, like, a real place. Like, somewhere actually called that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I, like, kept
too.
looking it up. And I was like, it's not on Google.
Or they had a place called The Bakery. And I was like, we're going to a bakery? But no, like, it was actually, like, a house. And they just called it The Bakery.
Don't call it a bakery. I want some... cookies.
Some baked goods.
I'm really disappointed.
It was a really sad day. Disappointed.
Oh, yikes. Okay. What's your favorite place to visit? Or do you have, like, a dream place you want to go?
Both. Actually, I visited LA last spring break with my mom and sister. And I fell in love. One, though, only thing I was disappointed about, the movies are nothing like LA. They're nothing like it. Like, when you go to the Walk of Fame, like, literally, like, there's, like, people, like, sitting on the stars. It's, like, it's kind of dirty a little bit. The streets are way smaller than what you would think. And, like, walking on it, you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna step over this. Okay, thank you. Like,
and then there's a lot of people usually on Walk of Fame.
There were a lot of people. Like, of course, like a lot of tourism going on.
Yeah.
But it was actually really, really fun to visit LA. I definitely want to go back. I haven't been to New York yet, but I would probably choose LA to revisit than go to New York. But I've never been to New York either. But I don't think I'm really into like the busy. Like, I think I have a preconceived notion about New York. Okay. That's why I don't really want to go. But I think LA is more open and inviting. In New York, I kind of imagine it to be like, get out of my way, don't look at me in the eye, like, seriously. And I'm like, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
But honestly, there's a little bit of that. I think just like because everybody's just doing their own thing. But I found that the people in New York were nicer than the people in DC.
See, I haven't been. My sister went to DC, but I haven't been to DC yet. And I heard it's really, really. My sister said it was nice because she's a history major.
DC is really pretty.
Yeah,
DC is really gorgeous.
I really do want to go.
They keep up with it. I mean, like the streets they want you to see keep up with it. The streets they don't want you to see. I mean, they're the streets.
She said they have really good food.
Yeah, yeah. Seafood. I can't really eat it because shellfish makes my stomach hurt. But it looked good, and my family was raving about it. So get you some.
Yes. But no, in LA we did go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Yes, Roscoe's.
Oh my god, y'all! It was so good. I was, and my mom and them, they were just like, Essence, it's okay. Like, we can make this. I said, no, we can't. Like, we can't make this. We don't have the effort to make this. Like, no.
I don't.
Probably dream place is Greece. I definitely want to study abroad there. I actually been looking into it more because they've been the study abroad people have been sitting in the pack a lot. I just don't want to go by myself. I'm trying to convince someone to go with me, but they're just like, oh, it's kind of expensive and this and that. But I've been saving, so I might low key just take a trip because I just got my passport. Yay!
Yes, ma'am. I love that. Nice. Adulting.
Yes, right. I'm so excited. So I'm definitely gonna take a trip to Greece one day. Just don't know when.
Gotcha.
So
nice. All right, and lastly, what is something you want to leave our listeners with?
Oh, that's such like a big thing. That's like ending impressions.
You have 5 seconds. Go. Elevator speech.
Definitely, just don't be scared to start something. Don't be scared to start something. If you have an idea, do it. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're like I said earlier, if you're thinking something and you want to do it, you're probably not the only person. Like, get some people that have common interests just like you. And if you want to do something, do it. I'm going to give a shout out to one of my friends, Chantel. She actually came up with D2D, Dare to Defy. Yeah. She started it. And I was very supportive because I was just like, this is something that, you know, they've been looking for. You have Orange Pride, like Go Orange Pride, yay Sam Houston. But she wanted something a little bit more diverse. And so she started Dare to Defy, and they are now an official dance group of Sam Houston. Yeah. And they got their jackets.
Yeah.
I want my jacket.
My jacket.
Yes. And But like on a serious note, she started it and now it's just thriving. And she did it because she had a group of friends that had the same interests as her, and she wanted to start something, and she did it. And now it's very successful. So shout out, girl. But no, like definitely, like don't stop. Like just don't stop what you're thinking. Don't stop. Get those people. Start what you want to start, and just believe in what you're doing. Because if you don't do it, who else will?
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang.
Nice.
Is that good?
Wow.
That was perfect. Wow.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
No problem, y'all. Thank you for having me. I was so excited.
Yay.
Join ALC.
Woo!
Period.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Anyways.
If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you know every time we post a new video.
And if you're not already, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ground4Co14. Until next time, I'm Joan.
And I'm Reilly.
Thanks for listening to Anyways!